If you live in an area where temperatures drop below 5 degrees Celsius during the winter, you need to dig up your dahlias. Let's admit it, when there are still flowers on the dahlias, we are not tempted to dig them up. And yet, this is the right time to do it. First of all, it allows you to identify the varieties, species, and colors of your dahlias. This also allows you to determine the height, meaning whether it's a dahlia of 50 centimeters or 1 meter tall, so you can see that. And then there's another reason, which is that it will allow you to make a few more bouquets. Why not? Since we will cut the flowers from these dahlias and bring them inside to finish them. Now, we are going to use a garden fork to dig them up, and we will position ourselves 30 or 40 centimeters away from the tubers. The goal is not to injure the tubers, and all around we will try to lift them. Ideally, you should make a complete round. Go deep enough, as depending on the varieties, the tubers can be found between 20 or 30 centimeters, or even a bit deeper. So now we can hear it. There you go. So now, that's it. We're starting to retrieve our dahlias, and we're going to shake them gently. If the soil is dry, it's quite easy to remove. Here are our fresh tubers, and now we will be moving on to washing. And with a hose. Water is essential for thoroughly cleaning between the tubers because you shouldn't think that soil isn't a factor in preservation. On the contrary, it's the soil that might later cause your tubers to rot. So, wash them as thoroughly as possible. And now I'm going to cut the stems to 20 centimeters in height. There you go. Now our dahlia tubers are ready to be stored. Simply, before bringing them inside, it is important to dry them upside down, so that there is absolutely no drop of water left in the stems. You can even leave them like that for several days and only then put them in a cellar in a frost-free place. Now our dahlias are ready to be stored, but before storing them permanently. In a garage or basement, in a place where it doesn't freeze, we will continue to let them dry. Don't forget to put a label around the stem with the flower's color, the height of the dahlia, and whether it's a large or small flower. You store them in a box with sand, placing them in an area with good airflow, such as under a porch, in the passage of a garage, or under a high vent, to ensure they dry well. Once they are well dried, your tubers, at that point you will bring them into your garage where it doesn't freeze, or into a basement. It shouldn't be too warm there either, and you will cover them with peat. This way you will preserve your dahlias until next spring.